Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode, I'm going to be discussing the trailer for Doctor Who Short Trips, the Wednesday that wasn't. But before I get into it, I'm recording this episode on the 25th of November 2025. So, yes, this is a Short Trips release that I have discussed in when it was announced. But obviously, I do an announcement and a trailer when it comes to be finished, just so it's you can hear the trailer. And this will be released on the 29th of December 2025. It's been written by Luke Hollands. So I'm going to tell you a bit about it and then I'll show you the trailer. So let's continue. So we've got the synopsis, which is as follows. The Galactic Lost Property Office is where the universe stores what is misplaced, but instead of a scarf from Trenzalore or an umbrella from Peladon, someone has handed in a Wednesday, a whole missing day. The Doctor says she will be keeping it safe because someone wished it away. Now it's loose and dangerous with a treacherous crowd who claim ownership ahead of her in the queue. I should mention this is a story featuring the 13th Doctor. This story is the winner of the Paul Spragg Memorial Short Trip Opportunity 2025, and this release includes the following bonus extras: behind the scenes interviews, the music suite, and PDFs of the studio script and original winning submission. It was recorded on the 8th of September 2025, so only about 9-10 weeks ago. So that's not bad for a big finish release in comparison to something like the Fourth Doctor Adventures, which is years. But or Return to Marinus, which, depending upon which order they're releasing, I talked about, and that will be 2.5 years old since it being recorded and released. So 3.5 months is nothing. Let's continue. The 2025 judging panel were Big Finish's creative director Nicholas Briggs, voice actor and reader of the winning story Claire Corbett, producer of the Doctor Who Short Trips range Peter Angerhaldes, producer of the 13th Doctor Adventures range Noga Fleishon, and Big Finish producer Dominic Martin. Claire Corbett said, what did she say? A brilliantly paced original piece of writing with a brilliantly drawn main character. My imagination immediately lit up wanting to see more of this Lost Wednesday. Judging for the Paul Spragg Memorial competition, it was a honour, added Noga Fleishon. The stories we read were so full of heart, and I could have imagined the 13th Doctor's voice for so many of them. It was hard to choose. As someone who grew up reading and writing Doctor Who fan fiction, this was a rare pleasure to read so many cool stories. Dominic Martin said, The Wednesday That Wasn't is such a lovely tale that channels of all the energy of a Douglas Adams or a Terry Pratchett story whilst keeping it firmly within the context of Who. It's really quite ethereal, and it's such a worthy winner in a competition with so many entries dripping with talent and passion. Beautiful. And Peter Angerhaldes said, Luke's proposal grabbed my attention immediately, and he has written a witty and exciting script that captures the 13th Doctor's character wonderfully. The cast, there isn't kind of a cast because it's just Claire Corbett reading, so it's not a full cast audio drama like the 13th Doctor Adventures is, for example. It's just, it's more an audio book type thing, but I think it's only about half an hour long. 39 minutes, there we go. So, written by Luke Collins, the senior producer is John Ainsworth, narrated by Claire Corbett, cover art by Rafe Wallbank. Executive producers are Jason Hay-Gallery and Nicholas Briggs. The music and sound design is done by Alistair Locke, and the producer and script editor is Peter Angerhaldes. But without further ado, let's listen to the trailer for Doctor Who Short Trips, the Wednesday that wasn't. Enjoy.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who Short Trips, the Wednesday that wasn't.
Surprises didn't happen to Edna Tarrant. As keeper of the 6th Galactic Lost Property Office, she liked everything just so. Her grey uniform neatly pressed, her name badge aligned with mathematical precision, and her white hair pinned in a bun so tight it wouldn't budge in a storm. Every item in the vast facility's many miles of shelving was tagged and catalogued with care. Discarded scarves from Trenzalore, dusted with snow, missing umbrellas from Peladon, elegant and otherworldly, battered suitcases forgotten from a wet weekend in Bognor Regis, each with a whiff of regret. Everything in its place, and a place for everything, including Edna. Except for a new arrival that sat on her desk. It had materialized in the delivery cradle earlier that day. A metal stasis sphere, football-sized, and humming. Its digital display blinked at her. Category: temporal anomaly. Contents: a Wednesday. Instructions: this way up. Do not shake. Edna frowned. Days didn't get lost like umbrellas. Days happened. They passed and were gone. They certainly didn't turn up in a lost property office. She checked the case log on her information slate. One petitioner was already waiting in claims reception. Now the tally clicked over to show a second. But where were they? Hello, hope I'm not interrupting. How had this stranger entered her office? Storm grey coat, hair tousled as if she'd stuck her head out of a train window, her eyes bright and curious, her grin infectious. Wow, look at this place. It's brilliant. Been meaning to stop by for yonks. Oh, you haven't seen a red yo-yo, have you? About this big? Lost it a couple of centuries back. Oh, I'm the doctor, by the way. And you are? She bent to squint at Edna's name badge. Edna! Cracking name. Nice to meet you. The doctor whipped out a small silver device and waved it over the sphere. Ooh! Temporal stasis, reinforced shell, type 39 interface with a smidge of silica damping. Old school, but beautiful. I haven't seen one of these for years. Edna recovered her composure. Excuse me, you're not allowed in here. Access is strictly by appointment or for authorised personnel only. The doctor flashed a folded slip of paper with exaggerated confidence. Oh, I'm very authorised. Edna pointed out it appeared to be a season ticket for the Sheffield Venus Hypertram. This didn't unsettle the doctor. That Wednesday. It's not just any lost item, it's dangerous. Days aren't meant to rattle around in a stasis sphere like a snow globe. Edna folded her arms. That may be, but it's my job to keep lost things safe, even irregular ones. The doctor's tone hardened. I'm not here to argue, Edna. I'm here to claim it.
Big Finish, for the love of stories.
That was the trailer for Short Trips, the Wednesday, wasn't it? It was a slightly longer trailer than some of the other releases, trailers for Big Finish, but that's just because, well, they all tend to be different lengths, so some will be shorter and some will be longer, as with movie trailers as well, and TV ones as well. But yeah, so as I mentioned, it stars the 13th Doctor, being voiced here by Claire Corbett, as she's the sole cast member in this release, as I mentioned before the trailer. It sounds good, so let me know in the comments below what you thought of the trailer for Short Trips, the Wednesday that wasn't, as well as if you're planning to listen to it when it's released on the 29th of December 2025. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.